Welcome and thanks for watching the BBE Social Media YouTube channel. My name is Blaine Bryant. If you saw my last three videos, I did a complete walkthrough of a number of topics connected to starting your online business and mentioned how our Simplex OBA program can help you launch your business online in just 30 days. This week's video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be more on the topic of business mindset that I think will help some beginners as well. So today I'm going to talk about the relationship between the dreamer and the problem solver. Welcome to the BBE Social Media channel. My name is Blaine Bryant, Director of Marketing and Public Relations for BBE Social Media, and the creator of the Simplex OBA program that helps entrepreneurs start their own online business in just 30 days by simplifying online business architecture. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a like below and consider subscribing to our channel for more videos like this one. So today I'm going to be a little more casual with this video. It's something I had on my mind last week while I was watching a documentary series on Netflix about John DeLorean and how he started the DMC car company back in the 70s and 80s. So that's why I'm wearing my DMC t-shirt that I got during my first visit to the DMC dealership and museum in Humble, Texas. Now I was thinking about the relationship between the dreamer and the problem solver in a business setting. Now before I go on, I just want to ask you a question. In your entrepreneurial journey, how many times have family or friends said that you always dream too big? Now, I have to admit that I have family and friends that say that about me and usually follow it up with, and he never gets anything done. Now, I'll admit that when I heard about that, it really burned me aside, especially since there's been so much evidence to the contrary amongst my past accomplishments. But it dawned on me that what they were referring to was that I never accomplished the big dream that I really wanted. Yet. Now from the outside, they're witness to the dreamer, but what they don't see is all the hard work going on behind the scenes that's being done by the problem solver. So they're only seeing the big goal and that I'm not there yet. Therefore, I'm dreaming too big and not getting it done, right? Or is it that they think what I'm trying to accomplish will always be out of reach? That I just don't have what it takes to make it a reality. Now, while I was watching that documentary about DeLorean, I kept thinking about how early on Mr. DeLorean had the dream of creating his own sports car, and at the same time he was finding as many ways as he could to make that dream a reality. It got me thinking about how frustrating those early days must have been for him. And I reflected on how hard the entrepreneurial journey is for anyone, regardless of what kind of business they're trying to create. So what I did was put the question out there on Facebook and asked other entrepreneurs if they were going through the same thing with their friends and family. All right. The response I got was an overwhelming majority of them encountered the same thing. You're always dreaming too big. You're crazy to think that this is going to work. You should just get a real job. So I spent the afternoon interacting with other entrepreneurs, and it actually made me feel like this stigma that we all seem to encounter is more about other people's inability to see what we see. So here's what I was thinking. Every business owner starts off wearing as many hats as they can to get their business going. But the most important ones, I think, are the hats of the dreamer and the problem solver. Now, in the beginning of your journey, all you have is an idea, a dream for a better life, doing what you want to be doing. So before you ever begin, you're wearing the hat of the dreamer first. The dreamer comes up with the big picture, the perfect world end goal. The dreamer is the idea man of your business. So before you ever get started, I want you to try this exercise. I encourage you to dream big about what you want to accomplish with your business idea. Nothing's off the table. You want to help thousands of people and make millions of dollars every year? Okay, sounds great. You want to have offices in multiple countries all around the world? Okay. You want your book to sell 1 million copies and become a best-selling author? That's awesome. Go for it. You want to be successful enough to have the big house, the fancy cars, and the luxury yacht? Yeah, who doesn't? Take a few minutes and dream it. But don't just dream it, write it down. Then put a date on there for when you'd like to achieve this. Make it realistic, obviously. Don't just write down that you want to accomplish this by tomorrow or next week. Take it seriously. Now, they say that a dream written down with a date becomes a goal. Now, take off the dreamer hat and let's put on the problem solver hat. Now, the job of the problem solver is to look at the ideas created by the dreamer as a problem that requires a solution. And his biggest question is, okay, so how do we make this happen? Then he sets to work on the problem, breaking it down into smaller and smaller actionable steps. Now, these steps become the plan to get to the goal. And that's exactly what you need to do with what you wrote down. Now, in my last video, I talked about becoming the architect first to see the big picture of your bridge to business success and then drop the blueprint or the plans to get from the shore where you are now to the shore of business success. And quite frankly, that is exactly what the problem solver is doing. He's becoming the architect. That's also what we walk our students through in the Simplex OBA program. But I digress. The relationship between the dreamer and the problem solver is that the dreamer is the big idea man and the problem solver is the guy that figures out how to make it work. But what's really cool, I think, is that it's a two-way relationship. The dreamer feeds the problem solver and vice versa. What that means is that as progress is made and the problems get solved, the dreamer can dream bigger. I suppose that what I'm getting at in this video is that as an entrepreneur, the hats of the dreamer and the problem solver are the most important ones that I wear in my business. And according to the other entrepreneurs that I talked to today, it's a common thing. And we all seem to get flack for it. Now, the whole reason I did this experiment is because I was tired of being told that from my friends and family and wanted to find out if it was just me or if this was a common problem with all entrepreneurs. Turns out for the most part it is. But as the saying goes, a dream written down with a date becomes a goal broken down into steps becomes a plan, and a plan backed by action becomes a reality. So keep on feeding the dreamer, keep giving those dreams to the problem solver to create the plans, but most importantly, work on those plans as hard as you can so that the dreams become your reality. And then, dream bigger. And from what I gathered from other entrepreneurs, don't ever let the naysayers tell you that you dream too big. Dream as big as you want, work as hard as you can, and eventually you'll make them eat those words. Just like John DeLorean did. Well, at least for a while anyway. Now also, I wanted to let you know that there's a lot of other entrepreneurs out there that are facing the same thing. So you're in good company. Now, I hope you enjoyed this little off-the-cuff video. I just wanted to make something a little bit different. If you're experiencing the same thing in your entrepreneurial journey, tell us about it in the comments below. And don't forget to give us a like and subscribe too. Now, until next time, just keep feeding the dreamer and the problem solver.